Bonnie is a part of something so special. You're not going to believe it.
You know you're gonna die unless I help you. Unless you give me something specific. An address. A place. Something tangible to help me find my daughter. I'm gonna let you die.
I don't know what you're going to do. You're crazy. But I also don't think you can stop anything.
It's too late now.
Your little girl's going to be on TV.
Goodbye, Joseph.
Hallie sees a car that she recognizes from the evening before when she drove all night to get here.
I've been following this car for a minute.
This car was following her as best as it could, which was not good enough for Hallie Stone. You see Moses Mayhew passing you by, and the two of you lock eyes. And his eyes get big. He's got this fedora down low. He's got a little bit of stubble. He didn't shave this morning. Sunburnt face. His eyes widen. What's Hallie's reaction to seeing him?
Which, are we facing opposite directions? Like, how is
he's
this?
He's driving north and you're driving south.
Are we in town? You said we're on our way. We're like pulling into
So you're
the
like
hotel,
in the
right?
downtown strip.
Yeah.
So there's like little shops. People are like walking out, grabbing morning breakfast. Some families coming out with pancake breakfast. There's a child. It's like, Dad, that was delicious. You're the best dad in the world. And we see these two cars crossing paths in the middle of this idyllic small town setting.
How easy is it going to be for me to get out of this idyllic town setting? What I would like to do is oh shoot. What I wouldn't give for a cell phone to call Dorrit.
A walkie.
Yeah, well, anything, honestly. But that is another question though, is were they ahead of us or behind us?
I would say that you were behind him on the way out there, and when you guys left, you were in front.
Uh-huh.
So you're leading the drive back, because Hallie's not. Once Hallie knows the way, I don't think they're following, do you?
No, yeah, well, yeah.
Would it be easier if they were in front of you right now?
No, actually, because Lewis knows to go back to the hotel. Dorrit knows the hotel, but Moses doesn't know either of them.
No,
knows us, and that means that we got to get scarce. I didn't pull into the.
No, you guys are right on the street, so the hotel is a block away.
So
you're about to cross an intersection.
I'm going past it. I'm gonna go. I want to go. Gonna go back to LA.
So you're hitting the gas, right?
Yeah, I think so. I this time I don't think I'll keep it too. I'm not trying to like scare the child, scare the ice cream out of the child's cone, you know. Like, but we're leaving. say...
Did I say that the kid had ice cream?
I don't think you did. It's just in
because
my head.
I imagined the kid had ice cream, and I
you?
didn't say it because I was talking about the pancakes. But I love that we both imagined this kid got like a fucking ice cream cone at 10 in the morning.
Yeah, right? And if I drive too fast, the scoop will fall off.
You just blow by and the street sign spins around.
Yeah.
Fast.
That's how it is in the movies.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how physics is. Yeah.
Looney Tunes has taught us well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I would just say, as we're rolling past, like right as we get past, Miss, I'm gonna need you to get that gun out of your bag and hold on tight.
What is going on? As I reach into my bag.
As you go to reach in your bag, your neck whips back as Haley hits the gas. And you guys start moving. Dorrit and Lewis, you all see Haley, the car, zip out, and then the car that is coming towards you all swerves in front of you and is like reversing because it's a small street, regular little main street. This car just suddenly pulls in front of you. Lou's like, oh, dang, what is going on? Watch what you're doing.
Does he immediately peel off and start following Haley?
He's like backing up, and you can see this guy, and he's in the car, and he's looking very anxious and is whipping this car about until as soon as he gets straight in front of you guys, he floors it, and his tires peel out as he zips down that main street, and see people on the block going like, what is going on? This is the most excitement we've had since that film crew came here last week.
Lewis, it looks like there's another player in the game.
What? So another chess piece makes its entrance onto the board.
Well, good to see that Haley and Joanne know that time is of the essence. We need to get back ourselves, Lewis.
Wait, I'm going to the hotel, right?
No.
Back to the inn?
Follow them.
I don't know. It's probably going to take some kind of...
Lewis?
What do you got?
My daughter's life is at risk here, okay? We can't dilly-dally. We can't wait around. And that's what Haley and that's what Joanne knows. They know that we need to do this. Lewis, if you go with us, if you help this cause, you're going to be a hero, Lewis. People will know your name. Don't you want to be important? Don't you want to save the world?
He takes a deep breath and he goes, I'm coming, Miss Lamour.
Damn straight.
Floors this truck that maxes out at about 35. And he hits it and he's gunning down the street. Haley, as you're driving, you're trying to maneuver around people. This first little section, it is crowded because there's other cars. Everybody's getting breakfast and going about their day. So it's going to be kind of difficult. I need you to make a hard success to avoid hitting something. This is to avoid like damaging your car in some way.
The hard success is the low one, right?
Stream is the lowest one. Hard is half of your
the middle one.
Oh, great.
Half of your
So you should be okay.
Yeah. I rolled an extreme success. I rolled a
Of course
31.
you did, which is extreme because Tara dumped everything. Tara has superhuman driving abilities.
Listen, I can't be a stunt driver and fail a driving check. I'm sorry.
All other
Can't let
skills
this happen.
max out at 15 points.
That's not true.
Some of them you naturally get 20 or 25, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, that's right. Everything is just whatever their God-given skills are. And then there's
Basically, there's a couple
and then
of
there's
them.
drive.
That's all I know. But here we are.
So you're zipping past these slow-moving Sunday drivers trying to get around town, and Moses Mayhew is following right behind you, but he's not able to quite keep up with you, and it's just a matter of like getting to that open road, that highway. That's when it's going to get tricky. So you avoid damaging your car in some way, which could potentially lead to complications down the road. And you guys are exiting. It doesn't take long to exit this town. It's not big. And you're able to get onto a single lane road or a 2-lane road heading out of town. And Moses Mayhew is not close, but he is visible. And now that you're all on open road, he's punching it. Lewis is like trying to, he's like, I'm coming for you, Joanne, I got it. And he's like, oh, Mrs. Davis, you gotta be careful. Don't cross right now. Watch out, Miss Davis. I'm trying to save Joanne Lamour. And he's like honking on the horn. Everybody, watch out. The world's at stake here. Well, you guys know. How do you help, David? How does Detective Dort help Lewis drive this car? In what way are you assisting him? Do you give him some kind of directions or what?
I tell him, like, we don't want to make it too obvious right now that we're following him, but keep that car in sight.
Right. Sorry. Feel free to walk. And this this little old lady starts pushing this carriage across the...
Oh, bless his heart.
No, it's okay. They'll be there. There's only one way out of here. I know where they're going. We're going to Los Angeles. Okay. Now we are on the road, Haley.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving as fast as you can. This is like 2.5 hours. Joanne has a gun now.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Haley, I'm pretty sure he knows where we're going. Should we try to hide? I don't even remember. I wasn't paying attention on the drive here. Is there even like bushes ever or something?
I say, miss, look around now. The sun is out. Do you see any place for us to hide?
I don't, but I also don't know. Are we in 4th gear all the way to LA?
Miss, Moses Mayhew is on our tail right now. I can't believe I'm talking to you as calmly as I am while I'm driving like this.
Eyes, man. Well, what about Mr. Dort and Lewis?
They'll know to come find us in Los Angeles.
It's a big city.
You're Joanne Lamour. How hard could it be?
I don't want to be found, Jae.
Hey, that's the life you live. You know what I mean? And
do you know if Moses saw me?
Oh, I believe he did.
Oh.
I believe. I don't know. Do I know that?
I mean, you could probably assume that he...
Yeah, also, I'm pretty sure he knows that that I drive you. And he knows that you were at the party. And he knows that I'm your driver. I know that he knows you're with me. And I got a bad feeling about this, miss.
As you say that, the car is creeping up closer to yours.
Miss, how's that hand of yours? You feeling steady?
Well, no, but if I'm a moving car.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Miss, you are an actress, and I know I've seen actresses do anything. And they have done phenomenal things. And I know if you put your mind to this, you can do it. Just imagine that you're in one of those films right now. Right now, you're your own stunt woman.
I did play a cowgirl once. Or
there it is.
Becoming a cowgirl because I fell in love with a cowboy, but one of those things. All right.
Okay.
All right. Wait, what? Are we talking about me shooting Moses Mayhew?
You don't have to shoot him, miss. Just one of his tires or the engine of his car.
Okay.
Or you just gotta hit the car.
I am psyched. So you're in the passenger side and he is pulling up. Are you going out the passenger window, your window, and tell me, paint the picture of how you're about to turn around and shoot at this guy.
I honestly, okay, so to paint the picture, I think that she just kind of leans out and first just tries to stick her arm straight back along the passenger side of the automobile.
Yeah.
And aim that way, and then she realizes that there's absolutely no way she can keep anything steady doing that. So then I think she gets up in her chair with knees on the butt of the seat, steadies her nerves, and then does lean out with two hands on kind of the windowsill, aim at the passenger side front wheel, airing up in case she could get the engine.
So you're trying to shoot at like the fender of this car?
Well, that's a good point. How low is this car?
So I have a quick question. Can I help by potentially? What's the traffic like?
I mean, you guys are on the open. It's just you guys right now.
Yeah, who's heading to LA at 10 in the morning from
I
India?
would
Far
like
off in the distance, you can see a pickup truck.
I want to, good. I want to attempt, I want to try to do a stunt. I want to try to do a stunt so that I can get her a better shot at the wheels.
Oh.
So he's like really close behind us, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like right in front. So is there a way that I can turn the car around so that she like really fast so that he doesn't have time to react, but like she whips around, is on the right side and can like hit one of his wheels while we spin around?
Can you give me warning?
I do. I say, miss, I'm gonna try to make this easier for you, but I need you to hold on
This
tight.
is a hard success for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to whip the car, so like almost like a brake and a whip, so that you're behind it as you're swinging around. You will essentially be parallel for a moment, but he's still hitting his gas, so he will accelerate past you. But there will be a moment where you all will be parallel, and Joanne Lamour will be on his driver's side. Yes. Roll them dice.
And if I make an extreme success, can I cue her and say now and like give her an advantage on her roll?
Whoa. Yeah, you're just like, you're so sick.
bonus?
You can just go like,
A bonus?
now. Like,
Yeah.
you know that is when, pull the trigger now.
If I make an extreme success, can I do it?
Yeah, fuck it, man. Let's do it. I want to see something cool happen.
Holy shit.
What is it? Are we about to spend some luck?
I am going to spend some luck on this because I didn't even make a hard success on this. And you know what? I'm 19 away and I do not give a shit. I'm
Well, let me toss this little. Would you rather push it?
Would you rather?
Ooh.
But then you could fail. Yeah.
No, I'll push
Well,
it. I'll push it.
There's consequences if you. This one is there's very specific consequences if you fail.
But she'll
this.
always succeed. It's just she wouldn't do a hard success. Right?
No, because in order to just do the thing she wants to
She
do,
needs
she needs a hard success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I cannot spend luck on a pushed roll.
That's
Right.
the issue.
Correct.
Is that like,
That's
do you
why-
trust that you can hit?
This is
I'm
how
not sure
Augie
exactly.
died.
This is how Augie
died.
Yeah, no, do you know what? To be honest with you, no, I'm gonna.
I've only got like 5 episodes left. If you want to just drop luck, I will also mention that is also how Augie died.
I know.
Spending luck.
Spending luck
Pushing
on
rolls.
things.
I had luck to spare. I could have done it without pushing. Luck was not the issue in that moment, but I pushed it. I died.
It's more that you spent the luck on stuff that ended up getting in your way later. Can I spend some luck that there's not a fire
I
escape?
don't want fire escapes. I don't want him to have a way out. And then all of a sudden, I didn't have a way out.
I need a way out.
Do you know what? No, you know what? I'm just gonna use my luck. I'm gonna use my luck. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So it's just a hard success. I don't get my extreme thing.
Right.
But I will spend my luck.
You only just whisper now. Whether Joanne hears it or not.
I mean, what's Joanne's firearm skill? What even is that? Because like the odds of this
like-
even succeeding are
like
probably
20.
pretty low, right?
Not higher than 20.
It is
Is it
higher. She
25?
shot somebody already.
25?
35.
35.
35.
Looking good.
You know what? That actually makes me feel better for not trying to push it because
We probably should have led with
Because
this.
the odds of it succeeding are
Yeah.
still...
Right, Dave? Like, we should have just led with it's 35.
Yeah.
all right.
What do I do? Okay, so as we go back, I'm going to need some time to react.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm probably going to
Vomit.
aim for... No.
You're gonna
I'm
throw
going to
up.
hang on tight. I'm already like gripping the windowsill to... Because she said hold on, but I was already gripping it for steadiness anyway. I feel by the time like I really take a moment to go, oh, this is what we're doing, I'm going to aim for the back tire.
Roll it.
78. 91. Critical fail.
No.
What is a critical fail?
What did you roll?
I rolled
How
a
about that?
98.
That would be
my
a critical failure based
God.
on because you have such a low, I believe.
I
might
think
be wrong.
I think 99
thought-
was the only critical fail.
Yeah, 99 is like
No,
a
it's
horrific
96.
fail.
Oh, no.
Or no, 100 is a...
96 to 100 is a fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I mean, you can't
wanna
spend
push it?
luck. Do you want to push this roll?
How do I push this roll? All right.
Maybe you do something crazy to get a better angle at you hanging out the side of the window.
I know, so I can just fall off.
But then there's consequences if you do it. So
I mean,
this is so
I mean, look at it
more
this
vulnerable.
way. Look at it this way.
Sure.
You fumbled, so something
fumbled.
bad's going to happen because of the fumble.
Regardless.
If you push and you fail, something bad's going to happen so something bad will happen if you fail the
Regardless.
second one. I'm just saying, if you push it and you decide to just hang your whole body out of the car.
Okay, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna lean farther out. So basically, honestly, okay, so the way I kind of picture it is as she swooped around, I did try to hang on, but I do get the feeling that I kind of fumbled backwards a bit and was not in there a bit or enough. And so going like, oh shoot, that was my chance. I lean out with my upper body outside of the window to kind of like, again, even as we're kind of getting behind the car, shoot the back tire.
Yes. And then you roll, and it is a
79.
Oh, at least it's not a fumble. But you still failed, though. Oh, that's right. We decided it's a bad thing no matter what.
It whips you. You whip too hard. It hits your ribs, and your gun goes flying into no man's land.
Okay.
Lewis is in the truck with Detective Dort yards away, football field away, going, was that Miss Lamour hanging out the side of that car?
They're in trouble, Lewis.
You can hear the squealing tires in the distance as Haley has whipped this car around in a gunshot. You see the flash.
Yeah.
on the road.
Gun it, Lewis. We got to get up there.
Haley, it didn't go well.
It did not. That didn't go well.
I've never shot from a car before.
You hear Miss Lamour give like that squeak of air coming out too fast.
I throw my arm over to her to pull her into the seat, and I say, "Buckle up." And I'm heading back towards that pickup truck.
So you're gonna,
Yeah,
You're gonna drive
you're
past
heading
us.
back down. You're going back.
I gotta make eyes at them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta get a message to them somehow. We gotta figure out how to meet up
Right.
somehow. Yeah,
So
we got a minute.
you whip the car around again, squeal out, and you're driving back towards Lewis and Dorrit. But he was still going 80 miles an hour.
In
and
the
so
other direction.
It's going to take him time to like, oh shit, and then turning around. You are racing back towards Lewis in the truck, and you look up in the rearview mirror and you can see off in the distance Moses trying to spin his car around.
Miss, we gotta figure out how to get a message to this other car up here.
And as you say that, your back seat starts to thud.
Oh, good God.
Hello again, dear listeners. It's Jay, and I hope you're enjoying the show so far. I'm stepping in for the briefest of moments to inform you on how you can show your appreciation for the work we're doing here at Out of Depth. One way you can help out is to just recommend the show to friends and strangers. Our goal is to get our stories out to as many ears as we can, so word of mouth is huge for us. Recommending the show to your friends or leaving a review at whatever site you're listening to us at, that goes a long way to helping us find and build our audience. But Jay, you may say, can't I just give you a small fraction of my expendable income? How do I get it from my pocket to yours? Well, you can go to patreon.com/getoutofdepth and subscribe at any tier you feel comfortable with for as long as you would like to. Our patrons get all kinds of behind-the-scenes info on the work that we do here at Out of Depth. They also get first view of our raw recording videos for each episode of the show, and they get exclusive access to our post-season Q&A where we, the cast, discuss the story and why we made the terrible decisions that we did. So if you want that kind of access to us, you're only going to get that at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. That money helps us pay for artists and collaborators and expands our ability to create fun stories for you to enjoy. We don't do ads or paid endorsements of games, which means support from our listeners like you is absolutely vital to our growth. If you want to be a part of that, you can do it at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. Thank you so much. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show and see what dark shadows our investigators will step into next. You all are driving straight at the pickup truck with Lewis and Detective Dorrit, and you're hearing this thud kicking sound in the trunk. In the trunk of the car is this actor cultist who's gone savage, who's gone feral. So now that's happening, and you all are approaching very quickly the truck. Who's Lewis is with Dorrit, going like, "Oh, they're heading our way." Or do I turn around now, or what do we do?
If they fired on that truck, that car, obviously that person means them harm. We're going for that car. Don't ram them, but
so we're going towards the car.
If they didn't get the shot off, I'll finish the job.
This one's for you, Joanne Lamour. And Haley, you're driving and you're about to pass them, going opposite directions, and you see Lewis look at you and he nods like, "I got it."
I want to like turn around and drive next to them for a little while. Can I do that?
Yes. So now you're both like, because he's not very fast. So you're kind of like having to pull off a little bit on your gas. Like, oh God, this guy. As you guys drive a little bit slower. So we're going parallel. So that means if Joanne rolls down in her window, it's Lewis's window.
Lewis and Joanne. Yeah.
Lewis and Joanne. And he goes, "It's okay, Miss Lamour. Stand back. We got this. We're going to finish it." And he looks at Dorrit like, "That was your line, but I took it, and I think it sounded really good."
Finish what? What are we doing?
Y'all need to be careful. I need you two to just get to Los Angeles the best that you can.
Where are we going? Where are we meeting up?
There's a diner. And
diner? It's like
Lucy's. It's a couple miles into town.
I know
on this highway.
Yeah.
David, know it. Got it. Yep.
I got it. Yep. I don't need the address.
Been there. Got it. No, it doesn't matter. Yep.
Don't give me turn-by-turn directions.
We're not going to look it up in the phone book later.
You're going to take the 401 to the 606.
Going to look it up in the phone book later. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay.
Nice.
And you guys go, "Lucy's," and then you turn and you see that Moses Mayhew's car is turned sideways and he has stepped out, and he has a revolver in his hand and he is slowly walking behind his car, and he raises his hand so you can see his gun, and then he sets it on the roof of his car, pointed at you all.
Haley, why don't we give him the man in the back and just say, "Stay out of our way, and we'll stay out of yours"?
Oh, we're not stopping to talk, miss.
Well, what are we doing?
I don't know yet, and I floor it on the gas.
Yes. All right. Lewis is like cranking the window back up.
Hey, Haley, I think we could talk this out. He's just wanting to make sure that we don't give any information on RA.
That's not what you do with a gun, miss. You don't talk with a gun.
They always carry guns. I always carry a gun.
Do they always aim them at you while you're driving down the highway, miss?
And we cut to Dora and Lewis in the other truck.
Well, what side of the street is he on Lewis's side of the car?
The Mayhew?
Yeah.
He is behind his car. His car is now blockading the road.
Right, but I'm saying as we drive past, is he going to be out my window or out Lewis's window?
You guys aren't going to be able to drive past unless you drive off the road.
Yeah,
turned
he's blocking
sideways.
the road. Yeah.
Oh, I understand. Okay, so he's fully just blocking the road. Okay.
They're going straight at him. I'm not really sure what they're doing, sir.
Drive off the road on the engine side. Pass him. Don't flip this car.
I can do that. Haley, what are you doing?
What is the terrain? I just heard, I know that I didn't technically hear him say don't flip this car, but like I don't have an off-road car. What's the risk of going off the road in my car?
There's a slant to the road. If you hit it fast enough, you could potentially turn sideways.
All right, I have a really, really bad idea.
I want all bad ideas on this show.
I look at Miss Lamour. I don't even look at you. Can I turn the rear view mirror so that I can like lock eyes with her while still having my eyes on the road? And I say, all right, miss, I need you to listen to me close and I need you to be very careful. I need you to undo your seatbelt right now. And I'm doing the same thing. And I say, I need you to get your hand on the door. And when I say now, we're tumbling out of this car and I'm sending this car into Moses Mayhew. I'm going to crash this car into him, miss, and we're going to jump out the sides and tumble. And I need you to tuck and roll. Do you understand me?
Tuck that old ass. Yes.
Oh my god.
Tuck that old ass. Oh my god.
I have undone my seatbelt. I do have my hand on the handle, but I'm like, what am I doing?
We're gonna play chicken. We're gonna throw this car off the ledge.
Are we still riding next to each other, or have you pulled?
Oh no, I'm
pulled
way
off
ahead of you.
Yeah.
She zipped off ahead.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. Here's what's gonna happen. Moses is gonna shoot because he thinks you're coming right for him.
Yeah, I am.
And oh my god, I rolled an 88. So he's going to miss because you all are going to come at him so fast that he's going to try and move while he's shooting, and it causes the bullet to fly off. I need you guys to make some type of skill roll.
Yeah.
Gail, I'm sure you have 0 skills for this. What is on there?
Jump.
Is it just like an athletics, right?
Like, just dexterity.
Yeah, what about dexterity?
I'm just saying if there's a specific, something more specific that we could roll with that I'm sure
it
you
seems
all
like jump.
did.
I don't know. Well,
yeah, I only see like you could technically, we could have
dodge.
technically, I don't know, added something. Yeah, dodge.
I
But
like dodge.
Yeah.
Dodge isn't bad
Gotta dodge
Okay.
the car.
because it's a little bit more technique than just regular dexterity, right? Dodge sounds good.
Yeah.
Gail, does Joanne have any dodge?
Everybody has some dodge.
Yes.
Everybody
Alright,
has
let me
some.
go ahead and get some. Let me go ahead and get some damage dice going. This is fun.
Oh, 7.
That's good for
I
you.
just remembered I did this in a film once. I'm so sorry. It was so many years ago.
I'm gonna need to push this roll. I rolled a 71.
Yep.
My dex is 37.
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Pushing it could be really dangerous,
I know.
but you have to.
I mean, like, yeah, we're in a similar situation that Joe. Well, I didn't fumble though, I guess,
Right.
You didn't.
but this is a
Yep.
bad thing.
Oh, is dodge just your dexterity?
It's half your
It's
dexterity.
half.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what are you thinking?
what I really want to ask, and I'm prepared for you to tell me that you won't tell me, is I didn't fumble, so what's my risk here? I bodily harm, obviously, right?
Definitely
I'm
damage.
jumping out of a car. Yeah. I don't suppose you'd tell me how many dice you're gonna roll for that damage, would you?
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay.
I would not tell you that. If you push and you fail, you're definitely going to take damage.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to get injured.
Oh yeah. Am I gonna get injured either way?
Well, it depends on how high I roll. What's your hit point?
I have 12.
It's very possible that I knock you out. Just if you don't do anything now. If you just leave it as is, I could just knock you out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you push it and you fail, you're getting the damage anyways. I could knock you out anyway still. But if you push it and fail, I'm probably going to add a little something to it.
I was gonna say, yeah, maybe.
But as we established, if you take enough damage for your total hit points, that's instant death.
It's all my hit points and then half again?
No. What was the...
Because that was the whole thing with Augie, is that I took 11 damage.
That's
so
right.
If there's
what is that rule?
If there's one source of damage that's enough to actually knock you unconscious, that's instant death.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think if I do half, I knock her out.
If you deal half of her...
Yeah, she's just knocked out.
Hit points, she's unconscious.
Yes. I'm not going to do 12.
Okay. That's what I was concerned about there.
Me too. Do I want a little spice in my life?
Yes.
Is what I am asking myself right now. My dice rolling hand is itchy.
So when a character takes damage of greater than or equal to half their full hit points in a single blow, which could happen here, you receive a major wound and you have to make a con roll or fall unconscious. If a character with a major wound falls to 0 hit points, they are close to death, which is what happened to Augie.
No, I think I'm going to just take it. I'm just going to take it. That sucks, but I guess I'm no James Dean.
Oh, but you could drive good.
I can drive good. Goodbye, car, also. But hopefully goodbye, Moses Mayhew.
Oh,
we weren't going to survive that if we stayed in the car. That wasn't going to, there's no way.
No, it wasn't.
Miraculously, I rolled 1. So you rolled 2. You get 2 damage. Which is
tweaked your knee
ridiculous.
As you got out.
That's amazing.
So Lewis and Dorrit, you are trailing behind this car, and Lewis goes, "Oh, hey, they're going too fast. Oh, they're going too fast. Hang on,
break."
You all see the doors fly open like wings, and for the briefest of moments, you think that this muscle car is about to take off and fly over Moses Mayhew's automobile. But instead, you see Joanne Lamour de-age 25 years and roll her geriatric ass out of this car.
I'm really glad I didn't kill you.
And you don't see, because of the angle, you don't see Hallie less gracefully slam their hips and their rib cage on the pavement and not even roll. It's like a dead thump, like a lead balloon hitting the ground. This car crashes into Moses Mayhew's automobile, and he is going to roll his own dodge. And you see this car collide as it spins out. So their car hits his, and it spins to the right. And it sweeps Moses Mayhew. The bumper of his own car sweeps him, and he flies into the side of the road and lands on his chest awkwardly.
Ugh.
Lewis brakes the car, and
even as it's like not fully stopped, like my door's open and I'm leaping out and trying to check on them.
And he barely brakes fast enough to avoid hitting both automobiles that are now crunched up. And he lets out a big breath of like, holy cheese and crackers, what just happened?
Back up, Lewis. Get away from them.
And he rolls down the window. What?
Back up, Lewis. Get away from them.
I get out and say, Lewis, slide over. She's driving. And pointing to Haley. And I try and help up Joanne and get her to join me in the back of the pickup in the bed.
Lewis is helping Haley up.
I don't let him.
Oh,
I got too
you
much
okay?
pride. I'm all right.
There's just like blood on the side of your face. I'm fine. I'm a good driver.
Where's Moses? That's my main concern.
He flew into the dirt over there. I'm just trying to get into the car. I think we need to leave. Right?
Let's get out of here quick.
You're right.
That was some driving. You're definitely getting us to LA.
Hey, Haley, like, I'm sorry, but your car ran into his. He's going to blame you for this.
Let's talk in the back. We have to go now.
And what about the young man back
now,
there?
Joanne, now! And I'm like trying to push her
like
into the
dragging
bed.
me along.
Yeah, that young man is baking, and you all get Joanne and Dora get into the bed of the truck. Lewis gets into the passenger seat next to Haley, who looks at the inner workings of this automobile, and it's just like a glove. Every car fits. You're good. And you slowly start to drive around the wreck.
I pull out my gun out and I'm ready to see if he's trying to pop up and take a shot at us.
Second life vengeance.
Undertaker sits up.
I know. He just sits up like the Undertaker and it's just Hallie Stone.
Oh, fuck. Oh, he is going to come back for us with a spider in his face, though. Just watch. Ugh.
And I'm more concerned. Like, I feel like he just absolutely hates you now for no good reason whatsoever.
He wanted to kill me.
Like,
he had no reason to hate me, but he was absolutely coming to kill us.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We
there's
did what we
no
had to
reason
do.
for him to mess with you at all.
As you drive by, you just see his body heaving. These
Ooh.
deep breaths.
Ooh.
He's unconscious.
Alien scum.
Hey.
Sorry, that was
You all just like destroyed Moses Mayhew.
We're pulling off road to go around this?
You don't have to.
Tangle of
There's
metal?
room now. The car's spun
Is there room
around.
now? Oh, okay.
The trunk of Haley's car has popped open from the wreck. And you see this guy pop out in a loincloth. And he's just looking at the sun and he's doing that like Texas Chainsaw Massacre ending. You guys are riding off in the back of the truck. He's shaking his fists. And you all drive to LA. About halfway through the trip, you gotta stop and get gas. And you pull over to a little gas station. And there's a guy who sees you all and, gets to the pump. And Lewis says, could you check the oil and just make sure everything's good? And the guy's like, sure thing. And it's a full service gas station where when people used to pump your gas for you. You guys remember those days? And he's checking out and he's got the radio on. And Lewis says, I'm going to get you guys soda. Soda on me.
Oh, thank you, Lewis.
No problem, Miss Lamour.
I'm going to go for a walk around the building, just walking the perimeter.
As you're clambering out of the truck bed, you can hear on the radio a person come in. They're doing the news. And they say, A body was found in Bunker Hill. Spiritual medium, August Straume, was found dead in an alley in...
We can all hear that?
Yeah.
I turn to you.
I don't say anything out loud, but I would just search for your eyes. Make sure you heard it too.
And I kind of, like, after not going around the building, I stride straight up to Hallie and go, why? Why would they? What the hell is going on? Is there a phone here?
Yes, ma'am. Step on
Thank you.
inside.
Second.
So, Joanne, when in doubt, call someone. I call Zelda.
Good call.
Hello?
Zelda, is that you? It's Joanne.
Joanne? Hang on a second. Where are you?
I'm somewhere in the desert. Is Walter there?
Yes.
Is he all right?
We're actually packing up to leave.
Where are you going?
We're going on kind of a vacation.
Oh, all right. Is he doing all right?
Well, from what we understand, his doctor says this would be good for him. It's more of like a retreat with
Yes.
this very nice man who's offered to help us out.
Who is this man?
He's kind of like he specializes in the human mind. He was recommended by Mr. Goodrich.
Ah, and but I was curious. RA has suggested some doctors to me. Isn't anyone I know? Do you know this man's name?
No, his name is it's Collins.
Dr. Collins, you say?
Yeah, Dr. Clayton Collins.
How do I know this name, Jay? How do I know this name? I do know this. Gail knows this name. Joanne, does Joanne know this name?
No.
All right. Well, I'm so glad to hear your voice, and I'm so glad to hear that Walter is okay. Zelda, dear.
Yeah.
Please be careful. Do you know Moses Mayhew?
Yes.
He killed Mr. Straume.
What?
I don't know why.
I just heard on the radio earlier that they found him.
He's been following Hallie, shooting at her.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm very confused right now. You're saying are you with Hallie? Or are you?
At the moment, I'm very upset. I didn't like Mr. Straume, but he did nothing that I saw that deserved that sort of action, and it is the sort of thing that RA would do. So I just ask Zelda, please enjoy your time with Walter. Please make sure he gets everything he needs. But don't trust RA.
Yes, ma'am. I certainly will.
All right. Well, have a good time, darling.
Be safe.
You too.
Miss Lamour?
Yes.
You didn't know what they were doing, did you?
What who was doing?
That August and Hallie.
What? What are you talking about?
I think they were trying to... It sounds like they may have been trying to, like, scam us.
How so? Haley's never asked me for money. And Mr. Straume actually didn't either. I even offered some when he was mentioning that he didn't get paid for the night. What's scam? I mean, they were talking about Bunny Hunsacker, and which is she's in a movie that RA is doing, and honestly, I think RA is putting a lot on this movie with Bonnie. I think there's more to it than I understand, and I think that's what that spiritualist was trying to talk about. I don't think he was trying to scam you at all. If you recall, he was the one that kept Walter from doing anything drastic.
Okay.
And you can hear her talking to somebody off the phone.
All right. Sorry. I have to go. It's all very confusing. Of course.
Well, if I hear anything, I'll check up on you. Good luck, Zelda.
Thanks.
Hang up the phone. Hallie, what are you doing?
Probably washing the blood off my face. Waiting for Miss Lamour to be done with her phone call.
Dora, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was going to walk up to Hallie while they were talking and just, you know this guy, this August fella?
Barely. He was helping us, though. He's the one who put us onto the tail of this film here that your daughter is in. I'm real sorry about that film, mister.
Got out of there alive, and now we all have a chance of finding out what really happened.
I sure hope so.
That Straume fella got too close to the truth. They always go for the people that get too close.
I just keep asking myself, what's in Bunker Hill? Like, why would he go there?
The last place I knew my girl was staying was in Bunker Hill. I think he was trying to find her.
That'll be it for sure, sir. I'm certain. Absolutely.
Sounds like I owe that man more than I can repay. But the fact that you both are looking for my daughter and run into me, doesn't that feel like some kind of destiny?
Oh, I do believe in fate, sir. And I know we're tangled up together. At least we are now. What happens next, though, that's a mystery.
Well, we shouldn't stay here too long.
I couldn't agree more. Where did Lewis go?
To get these cokes.
Sorry, I'm a little on edge there, Lewis. Thank you.
That's okay.
David, do you remember Clayton Collins?
I mean, the name is... Oh, is that
Church
from...
of Biogenesis.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's from...
Oh, jeez. Okay, Gail knows this. Joanne does not. Okay, I'm gonna have to erase some things. All right. Oh.
He was an old man when we met him.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
All right. So you come out and you're like, oh, Clayton Collins. That sounds like a good guy. And you think that maybe you talk some sense into Zelda. Do you have any like psychology or anything like that?
I do actually. Just enough to emote.
Could you roll on that?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I made it. 33.
Woohoo!
You get the impression that she's being told things and it's confusing her. But
Yeah,
she's not.
I was trying to keep it simple because of that.
Exactly.
Like,
So you come out of that conversation going, okay, she's not completely on board with what she's being told, but she's still very, very confused and she doesn't know what to do.
which is why I focused on like, okay, take care of Walter, because that's something I knew that she could be like, okay, I don't have to believe, all right, I don't have to believe Haley. I just need to take care of Walter, which is, I don't even know if, I will say Joanne is worried that Walter is infected, for lack of a better term. And now that she's hung up, like she's sitting there trying to, like, I picture that there's a bench in front of the gas station where Lewis has handed her this Coke, and she's thinking about the fact that RA has tons of money, and even when he's had none, he's been able to, on credit or dig out from the depths of financial woes, get this studio to produce and produce and produce, and he's never cared about a film to this extent. Like, there's definitely like everything is in sacrifice of the studio, but not to the point of killing somebody for doing a seance, like, and not, oh cool, like they barely touched on anything between Walter and Zelda. Like there was not enough there for that to be the reaction, is really where she is. It's like, why was this the reaction to Haley and August? Why are they trying to kill them? There can't be anything that's worth that in the studio, unless it's like a pure thug, like really like hurting somebody, and it's like, that's not what happened. So she's sitting there going, she's actually thinking about the fact that this is like a cult and that RA has to be infected, has to be a part of it. So she's just been sitting there very quietly on the bench, holding her Coke, going, like, kind of realizing that this is real and that it's spread.
I'll offer you my arm.
So where are we going from here?
Well, neither of our homes are safe, I can tell you that for sure. Not knowing. And my car, I don't know that I can ever go back to that place.
What that bug-eyed guy said down there was that my girl was back in LA, that they were trying to like shop this film, that they were talking to executives or something.
Well, and we have those photos of them in a studio. It's very clearly here.
That's right. But I think that's where we need to go. You got some connections to studio people that might be involved in this. We need to follow that.
Not gonna lie, I'm about fixing to go speak to R.A. again to his face.
I think R.A. is one of them. And it makes me wonder just how many people at Goodrich Studios is one of them.
And that means that's exactly where we should go then, right?
Right now, there's not a whole lot of people that we can trust. But we need to be on a quest for the truth.
But how are you going to know the difference?
Between what? Who's on our side?
Yes.
I'll be honest, I've made some wrong accusations in the past and it came to bite me. It'd be tough to tell what's one of them and what's one of us.
I think we have to focus not on how do we get at them. We have to focus on how do we help those we care about. Bonnie, do you know where she might be?
He said that she was back in L.A.
She's with them.
I think if we find this Leonard Kemp, we find my girl. And this Leonard Kemp, he's some sicko that's trying to shop some movie where he...
We're dancing around an issue that we're always gonna circle right on back to. He ain't gotta shop that film around. We know who's buying.
Then we go to the source. We go to R.A. If that's who you think is behind it, that's where we need to go.
I don't see any reason to look anywhere else. It's at least a good first step. If they're not there, then we can sit around and beat our heads against the wall and think about where else they might have gone and who else is on the other team. But for right now, we know what we know, and we ain't got time to think of other solutions.
That's right. The longer we dilly-dally, the more danger Bonnie might be in.
How do you take care of this?
Well, we don't fully know what we're walking into. It could
We
be
might be walking into Bonnie as one of them. Heck, she could be one of the leaders. You may have to kill her. Are you ready to do that?
My
Are you
girl's
prepared?
not one of the leaders. If someone's wearing my girl's skin, I'll know.
And?
Well, then that won't be my daughter.
I don't really say anything after that. Just get in the car or the truck.
I wouldn't want to say anything after that either. May need to make a sanity roll. Because that show was wild. You're all driving. It's a long drive. Pull into LA, just into the Los Angeles. And you start making your way towards the studios in Burbank. And you pull in. Joanne Lamour, you're able to get the security gate guy to just let you guys go in. Oh, Miss Lamour.
Hello, Donald.
Donald, yes. That's me.
How are the kiddos?
They missed their mother. I don't know what just happened. We just made a Donald, and I was like, how close are we? Who gives a shit?
He has so much drama.
I honestly was going with Sunset Boulevard, where she knew all the gate guys really well, and and you went with
you had two kids and left them
movie.
with Donald. They're in college now. They're doing great without you.
They're in college now.
Oh no, you're their mother.
Yeah,
I just thought that you were like the oversharer at the gate that just like always talks about the relationship drama at work.
Yeah. Oh, the kids are doing pretty good. Wife's a whore though.
Wow.
See you guys.
Donald.
You guys lunch.
Have a good one.
I'll tell you all about it if you really want to know.
That man's definitely not an alien. He's got real human issues.
I guess that's our test, right?
Is your wife a whore?
I was thinking more, what's your trauma? But okay.
What's your trauma?
Right.
Tell me.
You all get into... All right. So you guys pull into the studio. How do you guys want to approach this meeting with... Who's leading in? Joanne?
I probably am.
Everybody looks like shit.
I think we need to go in calm and try and see what we can get him to say, right?
Covered in dirt.
A little bit of blood still on my shirt.
Just dusty, dirty people walking around.
There's like a water fountain on the way, and I kind of just spruce up some of myself, but
little
Is
spritz.
it still the
little
same
fresh.
girl at the
Patting my
desk?
face.
Yeah, she's there. You all enter this room, and she gets kind of big-eyed at the sight of you. I mean, Joanne tries to, spritz up a little bit, but everybody looks kind of rough.
I'm walking beyond her.
Ma'am?
To the door.
Miss Lamour? Miss Lamour?
And I turn the doorknob.
She stands
And
up.
go in.
Wait, he's in a... And you open the door, and you see R.A. Goodrich and Art Berman in the middle of a fist fight. What the fuck? What are you doing here? And Art pulls away.
What's going on?
What? Fuck this. And Art storms to go past you out of this office.
I just step right in front of him.
Get out of the way, Joanne.
Art, what is going on?
And he looks over your shoulder and he sees two guys. He has no idea who the hell they are, but he sees Hallie Stone. And Hallie, you see his eyes look at you, and his eyes get big. He backs up. All right, I think we need to have a conversation. Everybody in. Shut the door behind you.